What is up, everyone? Welcome to the third part of this illustrious series. We are going through the full discography of the band known as Every Time I Die. I am Andy. This is Pat, and today we are going to talk about the third installment of the Every Time I Die franchise, and that is Gutter Phenomenon. Pat has said it's his favorite. I have said I love it. I would not call it my favorite. We are going to discuss it today and get deep, like us two honkies could never. That was a penis joke. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy these, like I said, we're going through the whole discography. You can check out. I did the whole discography of Dance Gavin Dance. We will be doing more in the future. It's a fucking thing. Every Thursday, you can catch them right here. And then every Sunday, we stream live on this very YouTube channel, talking more music. We just recently talked about Cardi B. What was his name? Ski Mask the Slump Dude.
Don't get rid of that again. I just stopped laughing about it.
And then we were talking about Knock Loose and a whole bunch of shit. If you like this, you'll like the podcast. Enough of this bullshit, Pat.
Yeah?
You ready to listen to some fucking Every Time I Die?
No, but I'm
all right,
willing
guys.
to
Thanks
do
for
it
hanging
anyway.
out. This has been a great installment.
No, Andy, I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna do it. Let's give me one or two songs, and if I still like it, I'll stick around.
Okay, I know you'll like it.
Yeah, Andy,
I know you'll fucking.
One correction.
You're not gonna like
it. No, you're not gonna like this. This is
gonna love it.
Not my favorite Every Time I Die album. This was the first album of Every Time I Die's catalog that I consumed.
Oh, okay. I knew
correct.
you were talking big on it, so I thought this was your favorite. This
Oh, it is. No, I'm sure.
You just throwing curveballs.
Which shit?
What's up is down, left is right. Cats are dogs. And I'll never be the same. Yeah, this is not going to go down as my favorite album. It might end up at the very end when we do the rankings. It might end up higher on the list than I would have expected. I was on my own going back and forth. There were some songs on this album that kind of sit in a soft place, a nice deep place in my heart, because this was the album I got into at a very impressionable point in my life. Like, this was when I was saying before, this was when I was buying alternative presses. This is when, like, I was going on, I remember, no, that might have been middle school, because middle school was when I was hardcore into Green Day, dude. I remember going on to Green Day specific message boards and intensely arguing with people on shit. But honestly, this album came out in 2005. This is February 2005. This is probably the end of my freshman year of high school. I'm trying to remember when I started high school. But yeah, this is probably like my freshman year of high school. I'm impressionable as hell. Yeah. Every Time I Die, they're changing the way I look at music. This album comes out. I'm big excited for it, man. This was a big album for me.
What would you argue about on the Green Day's message boards? What would you argue?
I don't know.
Green Day stuff? Or
just Green Day shit. I don't know. It was probably with some people who were like, Green Day made $40 this weekend at this tiny show. They are sellouts. We hate them. Or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck it was. That was around the time when I found trailers on porn websites. Up was down, left was right, cats were fucking dogs, dude. It was a crazy time of my life.
I think for me, this was more this is when I was deep in the, I guess whatever you would call Central Florida's punk scene. I was in the scene.
The KKK.
No, not that scene. No, that's northern Florida. It gets a lot more southern the more north you go in Florida. It's really weird. But Central Florida was the cool part, man. And
sounds it.
Us in St. Pete, we were a lot cooler than those people over in Tampa. Those 813 losers, no, 727 for life. That was
hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but I hate this. Can we move on?
No. It's the scene, Andy. You weren't in the scene, so you don't understand.
Oh, I just don't get it.
Yeah, you're an idiot. So when I was Every Time I Die taught me about the Pass Out game. They taught me about
Ooh, that was in the Shit Happens DVD that came with this album.
yeah, the drinking in excess, but in a fun way, not like a sad way, like not getting arrested. Don't get arrested and you're having a great time.
Can I just say one more thing about the Pass Out game specifically? This is gonna be deep conversation for the like true fans. But I remember because I watched the DVD a bunch of times. This was, I gotta be honest. I've said it before. When it comes to music and the accessibility of it, I like the streaming era so much.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like movies and TV shows,
Yeah.
maybe
Special
it's, maybe it's because I'm not like I'm a music nerd. I can't have enough of it. Like even bad music, I want to get like deep into it and like really experience it and shit like that. But like movies, I'm just like, just tell me what's good. And then every week, Netflix is like, here's 50 things we just put out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there's too many things. So I just missed the day. I missed the day when you could go to a fucking when you go to a fucking Blockbuster and there's only 4 new movies and most of them are out, so you can only really pick between 2 new movies, and and you get one of them, and then that's the fucking movie you watch that weekend. Like, and that's how I was with, I would get this DVD, and because I didn't have money to get a lot of DVDs, like this would just be my DVD for a while.
Yeah,
like it would just be it would just be in the DVD player. So I'd come home, like turn on my TV, and I just watch Shit Happens for the 15th time.
Yeah.
And like, so like I miss that where you watch shit for 1,000 fucking times, and because I am a victim of fucking FOMO. So I won't watch things a bunch of times. I will be like, what's the new thing you're supposed to know everything fucking about and this and that. So I'm like a victim of FOMO. But no, dude. So I would watch, bringing it back to the fucking album and not just my personal woes.
I triggered something, man. I did a lot. I said Pass Out game. You're like, Pass Out game? I fucking remember
Pass Out game? My fucking childhood's passed out, man.
You fucking just pass out, you wake up, and it's fucking 10 years later, dude.
Sorry, dude. I felt heard and I just went off.
I like it.
But no, so I watched the Shit Happens DVD 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
And the one part that would always stick with me is the guy would go, they were about to do it, and then there's just one swoopy hair guy. I don't know who he was. He looked like he was probably a roadie something, but he'd just be standing there, and then he'd look at the camera and be like, yeah, Pass Out game, circa 94. And I go, no, there's no circa. It's just a thing drunk retards do.
Yeah, we've been doing this for years, brother.
There's no, like, that always bugged the shit out of me. He goes, like, oh yeah, you guys made Breathe Quickly and Hold Your Breath. You Buffalo retards invented that. Cool, dude.
Yeah. Also, no, you didn't. Like, it's you didn't. It's probably like something. If anything, maybe it's an old Native American thing you guys stole, but you didn't actually. There's nothing you invented. It was, hey,
so funny.
Get fucked up and just kind of like, this is essentially assisted not erotic asphyxiation, right? That's all. Like, it's all it is. It's just getting them to pass out. You get a cool sensation. You wake up and you're like, it's just like when YouTubers or streamers meet MMA fighters. They're always like, "Can you choke me out?" And just like, it's kind of traumatic for everybody else, and then you wake up and you go like, "Whoa." It's just, yeah, it's one of those things. If people have been grappling, whether it be jiu-jitsu or the Greco-Roman or anything like that, there's been plenty of times where people have passed out in another man's arms. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't invent it.
Wait, what? This is part of jiu-jitsu?
Well, I mean,
you'll be held by a strong man.
Let me just say this, Andy. There's no limit of boys you can hug in jiu-jitsu.
You'll be held by a strong man in your most vulnerable state. Sign me up. Get me a gi so I can be gay.
No, Andy, go no gi.
Ooh, just shorts. All right.
we made
talk about. It was funny too in the Pass Out clip in the DVD because they would all get like pushed up, and then the one guy would just go like, very funny, very funny.
Yeah, it's really funny to make somebody unconscious especially when it means no CTE. I feel like that's uncteable unconsciousness. No one's getting hurt.
I don't know. I can't.
And no CTE, case closed, track 1. Let's go.
That was a real mindset. I feel like in the 90s and early 2000s that you were just like, most things don't come with a cost.
Right. Yeah,
You can
this
just
one especially. This is win-win.
you can just do things, and
Yeah.
it won't affect you long term. So yeah, back in the day, this was in the 90s. If you played the pass out game in the 90s,
Right.
if you cut off air to your brain, it didn't affect you in any way.
Right. Exactly. And
Because it was the 90s and 9/11 didn't happen yet.
90s shock culture. Look into it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's how we live.
All right. Let's get into this fucking album. It is considered Every Time I Die's I don't know if you'd call it poppy, but it's definitely their most mainstream album.
Breakthrough.
What?
Breakthrough, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. They were on well, because here's the thing. I think we've talked about before on the podcast, like we've talked about before, whenever a lot of people go like, they'll see a band on the cover of like Rolling Stone or something, they'll be like, wow, Rolling Stone's really
Wow.
yeah, wow, Rolling Stone is really acknowledging them finally. And you're like, no, their agent made this happen.
Yeah.
So like with Every Time I Die, it's not like, I remember on this album they were on Guitar Hero, and it's not like Guitar Hero was like,
wow,
Every Time I Die, get over here.
Wow.
Wow, what a great album. So yeah, I don't know if this was the album where everyone was like, whoa, check this band out. But this was the album, it seems, this was the album where I think the band took the biggest effort to try to go mainstream. And from albums following that, I think they were kind of like, that didn't feel great. We're not really going to do that as much anymore. But that being said, I don't know. I think it's funny. Like most bands do shit like that. I think I've talked about it before where Less Than Jake did it with their In With The Out Crowd album. And that was just a blatant, like, fucking attempt at a money grab. I know A Day to Remember did it with one of their last albums. And a lot of times when bands do that, people kind of look at it and they just go, we're just going to pretend that one didn't happen. Although I will give A Day to Remember credit. I will give them credit. They did have one or two songs that fucking ripped. Everything else, absolute dog shit. But usually when bands do that, the fans are kind of like, we're just going to pretend that one didn't happen. And then they just go on with the good times. I think people go, no, we're not going to forget Gutter Phenomenon. It was fun as hell.
Yeah, I think
it's a fun fucking album.
Yeah, there was a damn, I can't remember the album. I think it was New America was the Bad Religion album that I feel like I thought was that for a lot of fans, but it turns out I
Which
might
one?
be a New America, or I think it's New America or A New America. It was when they were on Atlantic Records.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like this was a big leap album for Every Time I Die. There was a lot of songs started with singing. There's a lot of songs, a lot of distinct Every Time I Die traits that are kind of like spot lit in this album. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is a cool like I said, I think breakthrough album for them. I think this was like a big leap album, and you're right, definitely a big swing for a mainstream thing. And I think they kind of got it too, which was kind of cool. So spoiler alert, they put out other albums.
Yeah, no, it definitely helped them get more eyes on the band and shit like that, because it was like the most mainstream album they had, and you know, it was good.
Yeah.
So people like fucking checked it the fuck out, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Let us get into this album. Let's start with the first song I really enjoy, Apocalypse Now and Then.
You got me right where you wanted me. So what do we do if I can't hold the phone for too long? Do we shoot again? Does the whole operation shut down? And we go back to the bar. A breakfast stole my life, so yeah, feed every child in the world. But it's a one night stand, baby, and we gotta keep on.
There we go. Apocalypse Now and Then. And out of the fucking gate, there's so many things in there that you just hear. They're like, this was a conscious decision to be more mainstream.
Yeah.
Something as simple as the fucking chord progression. Or not even the chord progression per se, but like per se. Because I guess you could, even if the guitars are like it's still, you could still have a standard chord progression just with crazy guitar parts over top.
Yeah.
But like there's literally a part where I noticed this like towards the like middle-ish endish area, there's a guitar part that literally just goes na 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 na, and you're like, that's a fucking Ramones part, dude.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's like a much bigger effort to just genuinely sing, much more straightforward song structure. But all that being said, it's Every Time I Die doing that. So regardless of, whatever they're fucking doing, it still rips.
They figured out how to Every Time I Die. They it's like this is their not only that, but also this really reminds me of a song by NoFX called Please Play This Song on the Radio. And it's essentially them saying, like, pleading, like, oh, please play this song, our record on the radio. This one, we've done all the right things, we've done all the right chords, we've done everything you want, we fit in your like essentially kind of like shooting shots at like the shit. And I feel like they kind of do this too with the like, we don't put mascara on the radio, like, you know what I mean, like not like we don't apply mascara to the radio.
They said we've applied mascara to the radio, but that's just a quick fix, and we need a little more.
Right? Yeah. Like essentially,
almost like it's almost like a self-aware lyric. Like Keith was feeling bad, like we're fucking sellout pussies.
I always interpreted it as them saying like we've applied that, and that's not what you need. What you need is us. What you need is like, it's kind of more saying like, because I felt like a lot of the mainstream music at this time, even though it wasn't like, it can have a, like, again, it can be appealing. Like this is a very mainstream, like you said, the chord progression, the fucking, just a very simplistic, just kind of.
It was like the verse was like a good 3-chord verse.
But they figured out a way. And also I feel like they also they really did, like, Keith did find his vocal range completely. And I feel like that's what this song is really a thing, like, of him saying like, this is not that we can be a marketable band, but we, Every Time I Die, are a marketable band. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's a single. Boom, there you go. Boom, there you go. There's your single.
And this begins a new stage or a new shift in Keith's vocal styles.
Yeah,
because in like the way he's just screaming and singing and stuff, it's like that's Keith, but that's a new Keith.
Can I tell you my first critiques though of the album? And this is something that's going to be an ongoing thing. The mix in general, not enough fucking bass, dude. The bass on this
mix in general is a little flat.
Yeah, it's a flat ass bass or a flat ass mix, and not only that, but also too many filters. We're gonna hear a lot more of those coming up, but not a tasteful use of filters. Kind of a little bit. They got either pedal crazy, or the producer said like more reverb.
No, I think the mix comes off a little more flat because I'm gonna listen closely throughout this whole thing, but just off that first song, I've noticed it's just substantially less dynamic than a lot of their other shit.
Yeah. So, but that they still come through. So like that's I don't know what that is, and I would really like to hear a remastered fucking version of this, for fuck's sake. Like,
never thought about that. That'd rule.
The one time I actually would really notice it. I feel like you never really notice it in those, so that would be really cool.
Yeah, remaster of this would be sick. All right, let's keep it moving. Next song featuring Gerard Way. It is Kill the Music. Actually, gotta pull up the fucking video. The video kind of rules.
Okay, good. I hope so.
Here we go.
She gave for us, for into our hands of lawlessness. Never mind the faithless courage of shame or the bravery of oblivion. Well, I'm on her mind. I'm never coming back to time and what it takes. Then we both know one take is all we need. We're not equipped to stay unloved, but it's all we've got. We're not at all alright. Come on, baby, give me the creams, yeah. Give me the creams. Come on, give me the creams, yeah. Give me the creams. In a we've got, we're not at all right. There's no difference between being holy and love. That's why I'm eagerly fleeing the scene. Left-footed, baby, return the favor and leave us our body alone. When if they come back, they're drunk and they're lonely. We all get lonely. God forbid we indulge when and see just the deathless deceptions in me. Naturally, you fall. Nobody knows the trouble I've been, or the exacting improvement of sin. While I'm handing myself over, I'm turning myself in. War has no glory, like a woman ignored. So here's to the airplane, polluted with dead. On the truckers' wives who ranked the men. I know the stripper's real name. 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 Stop me if I'm wrong.
There we go. Kill the music. Mix is still kind of flat, but this is also if we can be fair, this is a video uploaded to YouTube 17 years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can't give them shit for the mix on that one.
Well, no. That was the point. The funniest, I actually wrote this. It was like the first thing I thought was, sounds remastered. This sounds different than the album.
You just have bad ears.
No, I don't know if it's
Not
like
being funny.
I don't know if it's just the fact that I listened to this like recently, and I feel like the vocals sound almost sound completely void of any filters.
So can I say this? Can I say
Okay.
this about the vocals? I don't know if you noticed. So if you listen to the album version, like, so I mentioned earlier, this was actually I remember at the time this was very cool. Because like I said, this was like freshman year of high school. I'm pretty sure like My Chemical Romance was big. I forget if they had put out the Black Parade yet, but basically to see, King of the Emo Goths on the super cool metalcore band.
Yeah.
I remember being like, Every Time I Die rules. They got they got my emo guy I like on their song.
They also do the thing later on with what's his face, right, from Panic at the Disco.
That's a different album, but yes, and that's
Yeah.
a very good song.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they got a type, don't they?
Yeah. And no, there's even a fucking interview with them back in the day when it was funny, dude. Now Sonny Moore's just fucking Skrillex. Like he's just been Skrillex forever. But I don't know, you weren't really into these bands then. But like when from first to last, like when he left from first to last,
Yeah.
and he was kind of like doing a solo project, and then it popped up that he started to make dubstep music. I remember, and this was before like dubstep was kind of like normal. It was kind of that new dumb sound.
Yeah.
And like I remember a lot of people into the music I was into was just like, yeah, he's gonna make fucking robot music. And now he's the biggest DJ in the fucking world.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy. But no, there was a video of Every Time I Die, because like everyone was shitting on him hardcore because they were like, oh, he's going to be a fucking dumb DJ. And like there's a video of like Andy and all them and Every Time I Die like defended him, being like, dude, he's like, every time you see that guy, he's nice as hell, gives you a big hug, he's the coolest dude in the world. And I'm like, these guys are cool. Cause I feel like sometimes like hardcore, like metal band, like I feel like metal bands more so than hardcore bands, but like metal bands and metalcore bands might get up their own ass a little bit. So to find out like the big tough metalcore band is fucking with the emo bands and stuff, you're like, hell yeah, good shit. Oh, so the other thing I was going to say, why I brought up Gerard Way and stuff, you're talking about the vocal mix. Did you notice, I never realized this, on the chorus of the video version, it's Keith's voice.
Yeah.
I could very clearly hear it was Keith's voice.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm like,
different. Yeah.
and I'm like, that's very cool that they took for the video, because it is always like awkward. It happens in rap videos sometimes. They'll pay for the feature, and then the dude won't even show up for the video, which it's like, if you're into the shit, and most people kind of know, like, you got to pay for the feature. It's not like every single rapper's just friends with everyone they feature on a thing. You got to like pay for the fucking feature and shit like that. And it's like, but everyone kind of knows that, but it's like, whatever, because that's the business. But then at the same time, when you know they paid for the feature and then the dude's not even going to show up for the video, that's always kind of like that just makes it feel weird. So to not have Gerard Way in the video, but to then do a new mix where Keith was singing the chorus, that's like an interesting, almost audible to take, or whatever you would call it.
Yeah, it's not, and it's really not so different. Like I think
it isn't.
I think Every Time I Die is a band of just decent human beings that when they were exposed to like the festivals and stuff like that, like Warped Tour, I don't know if they did like any of the metal ones, or I'm sure they did radio, fucking anything they could, because they fucking work crazy hard, but they're decent dudes and they're fun to hang out with. So like they made friends with everybody that's probably willing to fucking party with them. So it's cool, like you said, it's cool that they probably made a bunch of promises like, dude, we should fucking do a song together or something like and like it actually comes to fruition, because like they have those kind of like those relationships, and they're multifaceted dudes. Like they have lots of interests, and they have I feel like good reputations in all of their works. You know what I mean? They're good dudes.
Yeah, I noticed too. So another thing I noticed in the actual music video, I'm curious, I want to kind of pay attention to this throughout the rest of the album, because this is a thing I never really noticed until it's fun when we do these and you're like reading the lyrics and you're like actively trying to pay more attention to it. You start noticing new things. And, you know, you mentioned the Applied Mascara to the Radio. You like kind of brought that up. And then watching this video again where they're on like it felt like it was intentional how big and over the top, like they're at a fucking Coliseum. There's a whole like they have like the douchey director being like, okay, and then here and and then at the end Jordan goes to jump, falls, messes up, director starts whipping him. It's kind of funny where there's this interesting part where you're like, oh, I think Every Time I Die is being a little self-aware on this, which is an interesting layer to add on top of this whole album.
Yeah, it like they are able, like it was the insecurity that I had that I shared in the first review that we did of Last Night in Town.
Yeah,
when I my Jordan insecurity when I saw the DVD of him making fun of all the people in the mash pit, saying, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
go mash," and all this stuff, and be like, "Stop fucking making fun of us." That was the same, like that. I feel like this is them being like, look, like you said, they're kind of making fun of themselves, or they're making fun of the process, but they know like, we know what this is. We're gonna have a big push with this album. We want to fucking really push it. Like you said, it's gonna be in Guitar Hero. It's gonna be all this other stuff. Like we're gonna hopefully hit the next layer of the business. But like, yeah, we know we're just out here. This is, it's really masturbatory, and it's overproduced and all this other stuff. But it's also like, it fucking rocks. It still rules. You know what I mean? Like, and they didn't change. So that's the coolest part.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One last thing too. This is probably like the most mainstream single on the album, but I still like that it sort of has a slight variation on traditional song structure, where you kind of you establish the whole sort of vibe at the beginning, and then towards the end they just kind of shift it, and they're like, we're just gonna go here and not bring back the chorus or anything like that.
Yeah.
I like that song structure.
Yeah.
So let us move on to the next song, and this is the first introduction on this album of the word cunt.
Just the first though, kids. Don't worry. There's plenty more.
Are there more?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I said that not knowing things. Anyway, this is Bored Stiff. And fun fact about this song, this was when they would play Bored Stiff live. I watched enough fucking like live versions of this song. They would do their little thing like, all right, when this song hits, we need a circle pit. And then they'd play about 2 measures of the song. They'd be like, that's not good enough. We're going to start this over until you do it again. And I remember being like, well, these guys are crazy. And then you watch enough shit and you're like, oh, that they're doing a thing. That's a thing bands do.
Yeah. It's almost like it's like we were talking about in one of them, like the kind of, it's almost like it's an old trick, like a cheap heat kind of thing, like where they just go like,
Yeah.
you're pussies. But that was a shout out to Kubla Khan for having the most original version of that ever, I feel like, that I've ever seen.
Yeah, they consistently have very original version of that. Look up the Santa Claus calling thing at Christmas Burns Red. If you
Yeah,
guys
that was-
want to know what we're talking about.
It's awesome.
This is Bored Stiff.
Let's do it.
Close one, I am wrong. I said it was wrong, I mean it. Didn't stick, come down from there. Come down from there. I know it's hard to swallow when your head is overturned. Hey there, girls, I'm a cunt. There was venom in the heart of the dagger. They found a worm in your prosaic prayers. We're all finally invested. Unless we blossomed and the cankerous hair. Not only hell can help us. I got up just once. You were right. I admit it, we were soft, just better. Do you flinch? Keep the radio dry. Sorry, you were all mine. Sorry, you were all mine. Let the boys find your body. Let love numb me from your bones. And then the arrows suffer the hot flesh. We come together now, all together now. All together now. All together now. All together
There we go. Bored Stiff. God, I think I'm a little too hyper focused on the mix. There's just like little things I'm hearing, like towards the end where like, as you know, I'm a drummer. I've talked about that a bunch. I'm a drummer, so I noticed the drum tone more, and just that part at the end with the fucking toms where it's going doom 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 doom.
Yeah.
And you're just like, guys, that could have been so much deeper and like heavier and shit like that. But like they sound, I don't know, they sound like you're about to almost, you're like a few stages away from a fucking rototom, which is those high pitched like do 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 do. You know, it's like just I don't know. But yeah, still a great song. I like them throwing out fucking like not blast beats, but the those fast ass fucking speed beats and shit. And then once again, as a drummer, this includes one of my favorite drum fills in the Every Time I Die catalog, which is that blah 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 blah. that fucking thing that they do. So there's a lot of this is like one of the most fun songs on the album, in my opinion.
They have the like I love the so when I was talking about earlier at the beginning, like some of the traits that are coming up in this album, and I understand also this was the first one, and again, all due respect to Gutter Phenomenon and Every Time I Die, but we were talking about how they basically hated every album except for their latest album. You know what I mean? Like how every album that they put out in the past, they were kind of like, nah, we don't really like that. It's it's got better this way. It got better. I feel like this is the first one where I'm like, I could understand being a little upset about this one. You know what I mean? Like just to be like, we could have captured it a little bit better, because these songs are so much better live, and they're so much better. The emotions there, they got us like that. That's the thing. These like you said, this song live, if you watch the any live version of it, it's not that the mix is going to be better, but the
just hype,
just the performance of it. It's like, no, it doesn't sound rushed. You know what I'm saying? Like they like the things that I think come out that are big Every Time I Die, like you said, the like that fill, and the that one, you know that one.
Yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one.
Not the remember that one? I put some snare in there too now.
Pat, we could abandon this whole album. I could just listen to you do fills for the next 45 minutes.
You want to hear me scat some fills?
Yes, I do.
Hey, look out for the new Drag the Lake side project I'm doing called Pat Scats Fills.
Oh, you're gonna give us a little Pat Scat?
Pat Scat Phil.
That does sound like an old bluegrass singer. Oh, you talking about the legend of Pat Scat Phil?
Oh, Pat Scat Fills. Oh man, could he spit?
Oh,
I mean, literally, he spit. He covered the whole microphone with spit when he would go.
We would tell him, Pat, you got to play an instrument. He'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, I got more scatting to do. Hold on. There's a big Every Time I Die thing that they do in this that I love, is the and then like drawing that like that, the big reveal or the big slide. I know other bands do that, but nobody does it like Every Time I Die, in my opinion.
They also, you reminded me too, they are very good at, I don't know if this is the proper word for it. I think it's like the syncopation of their parts. They do this thing where they're all, it's like each, because what am I trying to say? A lot of bands when they play, it's like everyone kind of plays the same thing at the same time, their version of it, rhythmically. But like Every Time I Die can do a thing where they're all playing their own separate rhythms, but when it's all played together, it becomes one big moment that just makes sense in that moment. And I don't know if that was a good way to explain it, but yeah, it's just fucking it raises the quality of the experience when you're a little bit more intricate like that, and it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, that ending, almost like how comics, like after they tape something or they release something, like oftentimes go like, oh, I just thought of a fucking great punchline for that. Like I feel like they had the opportunity to take this the whole song itself and just tweak it by performing it a bunch of times, because I feel like every time I've seen this song live, it's way better than the album version. And not just like speed wise or anything, like it's just fucking perfect. They really got a chance to like continue to work on these songs. And,
Yeah.
but but the final mix so far.
Well, let's see if it gets better on
Oh.
this next song, Easy Tiger.
Okay.
How you gonna get on if you ain't never been down? How you gonna move on if you ain't never got enough? Get the signal advance a pill pusher, administer a change word full of authority. Show the girl a little more courtesy. I keep my senses clear the sea. We found each other the color. We'll know by the nation the way before. Turn her over. Easy in and easy out. We nearly got the situation stable. Just some wins and still eradicate. Take a deep breath. Cut the thumb the wall. Keep your fingers crossed and brace your bending time. She stars and I'm emasculated. Doctor, give her the blues. She got herself a positive letter by loving you. Reach and clear. They are better bags in the Cadillac. We better learn to pull over the burning. The regret has been seen on the ground. Days of the nose, ringing the rounds. There's a heart-shaped band in the honeymoon war. Circulating stars, torches and vomits, it feels like the doom. Government's not but the slum. Yet we pay by the up on the bricklaying view. Johnny, dream of your God. 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 Goddamn it, Commander, she's a hopeless case. Now the time she arrived. I didn't think we would lose another one to the sound. There were too many fates for us to take. Someone ventured the way from a restroom wall downtown. She stars, we underestimated. Doctor, give her the news. She got herself a case of the wild for loving you. She got a bad case of the wild. She got a bad case of the wild. She bloodlines.
There we go. Easy Tiger. Yeah, I gotta say, not a bad song, but I'm remembering at the height of me listening to this album, this one for me, big old Skipperooski.
Not a skipper for me. I love the fills on
I
this
didn't
one.
ask.
I like the fact that this one was so much more structured. I feel like it shows another side, like the fact that they're like, yeah, we can write a structured song too, like a really like we're gonna go to this part, then we're gonna go to this part, then we're gonna do this part. And also another one of my favorite Every Time I Die traits is the little misdirect chuggity chugs, the little the number of it would like anytime I would headbang to the song, and it got me a couple times on this one where I'd be like, oh, no, because I thought it was
You
gonna
fucking rascals.
I thought I was gonna keep doing the you know what I mean, like the
Yeah.
super quick time shifts like that. I know again a lot of bands do the weird chuggas and the panic chords and all that other stuff, but they just do it so tastefully. It's so fucking you know what I mean, like it's so fucking it's fitting when they do it.
It
It's
just tastes like my mama's panic chords.
It's just like my mama's gravies. It's just fucking perfect. But really it
It
is.
reminds me of sesame.
It's slow broiled to the getting to the point where like you're like, oh, we need some fucking panic. Oh, thank God, Andy's got him. You know what I mean? Like it was like, wait, like guys, where are the fucking okay, whew, there they are. You know what I mean? Like just in time. Thank God they're here.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
don't
think so?
know. That
You're an
one.
idiot. That's why you've missed out because you keep skipping, you fucking idiot. Sorry. You want me to do some more filth?
I'm gonna drive to your house and do something bad.
Nah,
Nah, I don't know. That one just is the least reminiscent of most of the things I like about Every Time I Die. It's not a bad song. It's kind of funny because I meant to bring this up on sorry, I thought that was gonna be big.
I thought it was a secret. You couldn't tell us.
This is just
It
for
was-
me.
It was something I did on. Anyway,
This is just for me info. No, I meant to bring this up on the last two albums, but the one thing that was making me laugh was like reading the lyrics, just being like, excuse me, reading the lyrics, just being like, how the fuck does he remember any of this? Just like on these weirdly structured songs, nothing whatsoever rhymes. It's all it'll be like a really long thought strewn over the course of like 7 measures and all this. And I'm like, how the fuck does he remember any of his lyrics? And listening to this album, I'm like, these are definitely easier to remember. But I will say this. I can't remember if it was these guys. I feel like around excuse me, around this time I was listening to these guys a lot and I was listening to Taking Back Sunday a lot. And this was around the time I started to notice I was like, oh, you don't have to rhyme in songs sometimes. Like you just don't have to, which is kind of cool. You can just say things and it can be like poetry. You don't have like Taking Back Sunday would do that a shitload. These guys, Keith does it constantly.
yeah.
So that was like I remember around this album was a moment I had like a sort of,
Wait a minute, you ain't got to rhyme this shit.
yeah, but like, and that's funny, but like in fucking
that's true.
freshman year of high school, you could be like, get the heck out of here, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually that's like it's a fun line. I know you were asking me about that NoFX song I was referencing earlier, but one of the fun lines in the song is he's talking about how right the song is for the radio, and he says every verse ends in a rim, not a rhyme, because the word before was time. We can listen. Do you want to listen to that real quick? We can.
So guys, sorry, Pat had to get out of here. I'm gonna finish up the rest of this. Just kidding. I will fucking end you.
I can listen back there.
If you pull that shit again.
You should see the hellish landscape he has for me back there. It is not nice. I will be a good boy from going forward. Good boy from now on. No more scat. You still want scatting though? The scat's got pow.
That's what I want. I don't want your fucking opinions. I want the scat from the past.
You didn't want to hear about that NoFX song.
No, I want to hear the scat from the Pat.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Easy, Tiger.
Good old Pat Scat Fields. Anyway,
That's good.
next song is a song I learned some of on the drums
when
I was younger.
Okay. Well, I didn't know when. Well, you have drums now. What the fuck?
I don't know why, but the time frame, I was like, why does that matter?
Because Andy, there's no time frame on learning a new skill.
There aren't some.
Nope.
You're right. My fault.
Not one.
But yeah, I remember I learned because the beginning of this song is a pretty straightforward drum part, but then once you get like a chorus or two in, he starts adding a lot of things, and I just never felt like learning those. But I was
gonna ask, why'd you stop learning it? Like, just because you're like, oh, well, that's hard. I don't like that part.
Yeah, well, no, to be honest, back in the day, like, so learning the drum part, because I think around this time people were starting to do, I feel like YouTube was a thing. When did YouTube first come out?
2013.
Nope.
Yep. 14.
Final answer?
2021.
Now I think you're kidding. Now I'm starting to think you're joking with me.
I didn't go soon enough with the first year, so I had to keep pumping it up.
No, it came out right before Christmas in 2005.
Well, actually, that's I would have thought earlier than that for some reason. I don't know why.
So but this album came out February 2005. So yeah, there wouldn't be when this album was out, there wouldn't be really any like drum cover videos. I'm sure there were some, but like, dude, it's crazy now. Like, I have, where the fuck is it? I got I haven't utilized it yet, but I have this little like Zoom camera
Yeah.
with just this like microphone on top. And if I set it up properly, like I could record myself playing acoustic drums and the sound wouldn't be too bad. It's fucking insane. Or honestly, with my cell phone from like a decent distance away, the sound wouldn't be too bad. But dude, like back in the day in 05, you'd have the nicest point and shoot camera and then you'd try to record live music or something and the sound would just be like
It'd be super loud, or it'd sound like a bunch of dishes just breaking on a fucking porcelain floor, like just a bunch. Like,
yo,
it's crazy.
I just got reminded. So, did you ever hear the band I Set My Friends on Fire?
Absolutely.
They were, when I was in middle school, I think they were big. That's right. Because
I was probably like a freshman or somewhere in so that
was
makes
it middle school? I Set My Friends on Fire. When did that album come out?
2007.
Damn
it. Fuck.
Oh no, it wasn't middle school. It was high school. So it was 08.
Oh, I was so close though.
You can't spell slaughter without laughter.
That's true.
So it's true and incredibly clever. But no, I remember they got popular because they did a screamo cover of Crank That by Soulja Boy. And then they got popular for one album and then fell off really hard.
Big time.
I saw them at one of the last couple Warped Tours. Their lead singer was noticeably intoxicated.
In a good way, like a cool way? Like
no.
Oh.
Not a cool way. He was getting fat and it was weird.
Fat and intoxicated? Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to do in the heat.
But oh yeah, no, so I remember when they came out, I got really into them for that album. So I would go on YouTube and watch a bunch of their live footage. And I remember at the time like being like, "Oh cool, this is fun to watch." But now for some reason I went back to go try to see like live footage of them. And dude, it's all literally just because it's from the early 2000s and it's on a bunch of fucking on a bunch of fucking person like little cameras and the audio is literally just and you're like, dude, we just watched that and we're just appreciative for any little bit of fucking shit. It was crazy that we just watched that.
It's crazy that I was directly in front of August Burns Red for that Christmas Burns Red show. Like I was probably 2 or 3 people back from the stage shooting them, like just turning around, and the sound is perfect. It sounds like you can hear you can hear the drums fine, you can hear the bass, you can hear the fucking each guitar, you can hear the rhythm guitar and the fucking lead.
It's crazy, dude.
It's like what the fuck? It's like it's nuts.
Can I go on a little thing for 2 seconds? Cut me off if I go too long. But this is what. So the reason I like CrossFit a whole lot.
Time.
What? All right. This next song is called Tuscan Temper. No, I'll try to be quick. I never am, but I'll try. No, so I like CrossFit because I have a tendency, I can have a big ego from time to time. I can sit and be like, I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking best dude. I'm the greatest guy to ever fucking do guy stuff. You know what I mean? It's like fucking people fucking. Anyway, I can get a big ego, and CrossFit's nice because it humbles you so quickly. Like you can go in there being like, I'm gonna lift every fucking weight and do all these handstands and jump over this box and do all this shit. And very quickly, CrossFit's like, you're actually fat. You should probably stop smoking cigarettes when you drink, you fucking idiot. And shit like that. And it's why I like CrossFit. And I wish there were more mechanisms in life that could humble you in a certain way. Where you're sitting there looking at your phone, bitching about whatever dumb fucking thing that you shouldn't be bitching about. And it's just like, dude, you remember what you had in high school? Remember how you realize how hard you would come if you had a camera this nice in high school?
Yeah. I think about like even just the recording, because like I started out when I first started recording music. It was because that was a huge thing with me. Like I loved like the fact that like the different like live versions. I loved live versions of music, and I wanted to learn how to capture live music. And I like that. It was how it started. Me and my buddy we got a 4-track tape recorder, and we just recorded the drum set that was set up in my brother's garage, and then we would record guitar parts over it, and then we would
Mhm.
record vocals over it, and we were like each thing over it, and I was just like, this is fucking awesome. Like this is crazy because I was getting a live sound, but I was being able to track it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was still like the same sound and everything, same room. And I learned so much just by doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's so fucking cool to like over time, like the fact that like now I like still listen to that stuff and I'm like, man, that sounds good considering how fucking shitty we had it. Like the mics we had, how hard it was to find a microphone in general. Like we would have to go to a fucking store that sold like marching band equipment to look at microphones. Now you go to Sweetwater and it's just like, holy shit, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that there weren't like Guitar Centers or Sam Ash or anything like that, but like the closest store that we could access was, a fucking band store.
Well, no, but like no, you're reminding me when I was younger, like when Guitar Center came in, that was a big deal.
Big deal. Yeah,
Because
that's
you
huge.
could because like
You just buy fucking cables. You just have fucking cables here, and I was
well,
like, I was just like, whoa, I'm gonna fucking buy a fucking like 20-foot cable. You have 20-foot cables? Like it was crazy to me that like that wasn't just accessible. Like they didn't have that shit. They have that shit at Walmart now. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's crazy the access to quality fucking equipment, dude. Like anywhere you go now. Like it's
yeah.
crazy now. Sorry, that triggered me. The
Oh
fucking
no, you're fine.
because Sam Ash for me. I don't know if I don't know if that's a national chain or not, but Sam Ash in Florida, there was one that was like fucking 40 minutes from my house, and I was like, and a 40-minute thing. If you don't have, like, my mom didn't want to go up to, like, it was in Clearwater, like she didn't want to
Yeah.
go all the way the fuck up there for that. You know what I mean? Like it was like a special occasion thing, or all right, well, it's the weekend. I've got the day off. I'll take you up there.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I'm trying to remember what we had because the guitars luckily there was a small music shop that was like 10 minutes away from me. That so you could I would always go there to get the like the little shit,
yeah,
drumsticks and drum heads and shit like that. But then I think it wasn't until like sometime in high school
yeah.
that the fucking Guitar Center came in. And then there was something in Bethlehem. Not I don't know if it was a Sam Ad. There was another like music chain that was over in Bethlehem, but that was a lot farther and harder to get to. But I remember like, dude, the Guitar Center had my back because there was one time, dude. This was also what I hated about being a drummer. Is just being like super ADHD. Just fucking, there's just 50 million things you have to remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, I forget what the fuck it was, but there was something I forgot. Managed to roll over to the Guitar Center. They let us in right before they closed. Guitar Center always had my back.
Yeah, that's like one of those chains that like I love that chain.
Well, you know why they're a better chain than other chains?
Huh.
Is because the dudes and the gals who work there, most of them are like in bands or DJs or shit like that. They're actual musicians. So if you're like coming in there with a desperate musician need, they're going to be way more helpful than you would at any other store.
That's a good point. That's actually, that's a really good point. Why that one? I don't know if I'm pretty sure Sam Ash was the same way. But it was.
I think just in general, music stores would have, because you got to know the shit.
Yeah, but it was, to me, it was so daunting to go in there, especially like Guitar Center is big enough, but Sam Ash was like this weird, crazy, gigantic place, and I would go in there usually again, limited money or anything like that. So I would have to have like a thing that I needed or a couple things. But I remember the first time I made a big purchase from one of those, a bass amp. Ooh, this Behringer big ass fucking bass cab. Oh my God, that thing fucking ruled. But I think music stores, like physical music stores, are still so very important, because even though it's very this is Pat's PSA of the show.
Pat SA? Pat
Yeah.
SA?
This is the PSA. Physical music stores need to stay open everywhere and be more accessible in places, because going in there and fucking around with things, I learned a lot. And I also learned like it's different. Like playing a guitar, I know it's fucking annoying, but playing like guitars or fucking bass or anything like that, like you really do kind of get a feel for it. It's a really important thing. So
My only
buying cables, like feeling a cable that you really like, especially if you're looking for a specific thing, it's like, so like, because like you said, they're artists, you know what I mean? Like it really pisses me off when I ask them a question.
yeah.
Last time I went in there and they said something, he goes, "Can I help you?" And I was like, I asked him, like, "Do you have a mic stand?" I was like, "That's like a stage mic, but it's not like this one," or like, and he's just like, I don't know. And I was just like, "So you can't help me." So all right, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like I hate when they don't know something and they're in that section, but
dude, last thing about Guitar Center, then I swear we'll get back to music. No, I'm just, you were saying about not having a lot of funds, dude.
Yeah.
I remember being a drummer and just, dude, when my cymbals would break, just crying.
yeah,
Because I'm just,
it's over for you, dude. Like,
because I'm a high school kid with like,
yeah,
I'm a high school kid with no money, and I'm just like, how will I ever get $200? That's the most amount of money anyone's ever had.
yeah. I there's no way everything is Tiger King. I'll never financially recover from this. Like my fucking E string would break on my bass, and I would just be like, I remember the first time that happened. First of all, it scared me.
I guess I won't play bass anymore.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I guess I don't have that string. Like I thought I had to like work through the string. Like if you buy a whole new pack, I didn't think you could just take one out. And it's just like, yeah,
yeah, you can't just buy an E string. Dude, that's so funny. Can I get a E string, please?
Sir, my E strings has seemed to have strained itself a little bit. Could I just get one of those, please?
We're like, we're sorry. No one's ever this unapologetically poor. We're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Would I be able to just get a pack of all E strings? No, you idiot.
You go in and go, how many E strings can I buy at once? Do you have an E string limit?
I don't see it on the shelf. Do you have oops all E's?
Do you have Ernie Ball oops all E strings?
Nickel one. Do you have nickel, please? Can I get nickel? Thank you. Yeah.
Woo. Anyway, here is the 5th song. Woo. Tusk and Temper.
Of the rose, harvested by the dawn. The dogs, one hawk, the leather weight from the fall. I put our mouth together for the slain out to be numb. I put our mouth together for the slain out to be numb. In a funnel taken of us, the reception held in the jail. our point breaking up. Just stuck on the right side of me. I'll stop at nothing. I am the siren that sings you home. Is that clear? Is that clear? I'll stop at nothing. I am the tunes in your jewelry box. Is that clear? Is that clear? Let's ride the crows on hook. They're cooking big from the clock. Up the gate and head for the ivory tower. Adoration is coming from out to your heart. Love is here. I am the starlight. I'm sorry, I am the starlight. I am the starlight. I'm sorry, I am the starlight. We're both on the same thing. Better aim at the stranger in our yard to try to stop me. I am the blinding light of your life. We bear the body. A big better but thanks for asking. Why you hit the scarecrow for the spotlight of the road? I'll eat you alive. I'll eat you alive. The crowd will come again. The crowd will come again. I'll eat you alive. I'll eat you alive. The crowd will come again.
So yeah, listening back to that, I actually probably did know the whole drum part because that that drum part was actually pretty fucking straightforward. That would have been there was a couple fills here and there that I probably would have
Do you want some
fucked
help?
up or had to take a little bit extra time to like learn what.
Do you want some help with those?
Oh yeah, that I should have done that. Thank you, Pat.
I like that.
Oh no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That I
Okay.
should have done that.
Almost done.
No, but what the fuck? Oh, I
You did
remember.
go on the drum parts, yes.
No, this song's drum part was actually probably listening to it now. The drum part was probably easier for me to learn because listening to a lot of this shit, it kind of lines up with what would also instinctually be my thing to do. So I think that's what would be going on in my fucking head because like everything going on, it just makes sense. I don't have this moment to go like, why would you do that there? I go, no, that's what makes sense right
Yeah.
there. It all feels like natural.
Yeah, it's kind of it feels like a very natural song. This is what I call this one the Roxbury song, just because like I feel like this is where they give me the side head bob, like through the fucking the jazzier parts of like you're just doing the little kind of head bob things, but the fucking it's kind of it's like almost a power stance. Wherever I was sitting in my chair doing it when they were doing the "I'll Eat You Alive" part. I had a minimal power stance in my chair, and I was fucking headbanging, but to the side, and that's the only way it felt. It felt the "Baby Don't Hurt Me," the Roxbury guys from SNL.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
You weren't
saying?
having I'm just glad you weren't having a seizure.
I might be. I don't know. My foot's still planted to the ground. My head hurts.
You're like, I can't move my right arm. So
And this one in particular, the little stutter chug, the right before the last part, the end, the chug 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 every single time. I'm like, oh, here it goes, it's coming. Is this the part? And I always miss it. I would be the amount of drumming you've done and probably expertise that you'd be able to share with people. I am the exact opposite. I'm like a black hole for drum knowledge. I'd be like, play now. Oh nope, sorry, I was late. You were Sorry. That's my bad. That's on me. That was my bad. Don't listen to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, sorry, just talking about drums again, and like literally, I have the Guitar Center tab open to
oh no.
fucking.
You just
I
sell
have
drums.
just looking at, dude. Can I tell you how much of a fucking nerd I am?
How much?
I was like scrolling through these, and I was like, these are cool.
Yeah.
And then I got to this one, and I noticed the bell on it was a little bit bigger, and I literally went like, oh. And I'm like, that'll really affect the sound and intonation of the stick hitting it. That's a big bell. It's probably a deep sounding bell. Yeah, dude, I miss playing the fucking drums. I shouldn't have done comedy. I would have been so good at the fucking drums.
You got a big bell, baby.
All right, let's keep it moving to the fucking one.
The Old White.
The old what?
The Old White. That's the name of the
Oh, yes. This next song, The Old White. Now,
Yes.
everyone, if you got a can, get it ready. Do you have a can?
I know. I got a Yeti bottle.
That's not what I
Come
want.
on. Here it is. Here we go.
All right.
Baby.
Basically the same.
Oh, I don't hear it.
Baby, you got me on. Maybe I'll let it out. While high and I'm in, don't you know who I am? I'm the jaded one with popping sensitivity. And when I finish struggling, we can make our way to the dance floor and sit like strangers in an elevator stuck between stories. I always find myself in the middle of the stories. When the camera rolls, witness I will suffer. When the camera rolls, witness I will suffer. If everything I do is wrong, my God, I'll do it right. If everything I do is wrong, my God, I'll do it right. If everything I do is wrong, my God, I'll do it right. And everything I do is wrong, my God, I'll do it right. We don't dance, no, no, no. We got class. No, we don't have any fun at all. It's a new style we know how. We're not starting. We're just starting. We're lying for a living. We're lying for a living. Don't you know who I am? I'm the real thing with low-key sensibilities. I don't need what I've got half as much as everyone copies it. Well, if loving me is wrong, then goddamn you do it right. Well, if loving me is wrong, then goddamn you do it right. It turns us on to turn you down. We're turned on to turn you down.
Shut up. Next song. There we go. That was
Yeah.
the New Black. Really shows you a lens into a whole different Every Time I Die we could have had. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if they got fucking huge off this album and they just like leaned into this. It's actually kind of crazy to think, because watching that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's every band's funny video, which I will give them credit. that they are much funnier than the average band.
Yeah.
And there was definitely aspects to that video that you're like, this is genuinely entertaining and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it is still, it did still have, it had all the elements. It had all the elements of like when bands like this were doing their silly video.
Early
We're
2000s. Yeah.
we're gonna be all in silly outfits.
What if
and
it's like a porno shoot and we're just like fucking like porno actors?
And we're gonna have a guy suggesting he's doing something with his dick, but it's not his dick. And then we're gonna have the kind of big guy in his underpants, and like it had all the elements of the silly video for the band.
Yeah, it feels like but the funniest takes and the things that they used in it, I think were really smart. Were like the parts that were like not in character, like when Keith like doing takes to the camera and like kind of like watch, like when he was watching Andy, like he wasn't in character watching Andy going like, oh my god, that's so cool. He was like, you know what I mean? Like what's this Jordan just like face planting into the pool. Like that was pretty funny. And like to me, like that kind of did get a reaction out of me of like, I don't know, that that's dedication, and it's pretty funny to see something like that.
The way he sold the way he sold the fall into the pool was great.
Yeah. So in my I felt like in general, so this is gonna kind of sound like an insult at first, but I don't mean it that way. So this is a classic Pat preface.
Little PP?
There's a little PP. Pat's preface. Bing bong.
So, PP from Pat.
They're kind of one note with the video. At very first take, you see the same like color bars that we saw in the first video. We see cheesy mustaches and stuff like that. And I'm like, I literally at first I was like, oh god, like because I don't remember this video. So
yeah.
I was just like, oh god, is this like the theme? Like we get it, guys. You're not Hollywood, but you're in Hollywood. Ha 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 ha. Like fish out of water. And then they started doing the silly stuff, and I go, oh, these are my boys. Yes, this is every time I die. Shenanigans, bits, Teen Wolf, fucking. I know where I'm prefacing. I'm sorry, but like it's like these are the guys that I fell in love with. These are I like the Silly Goose. I want to see the Silly Goose because I saw legitimately before any of these music videos, except for I think they're on the Gutter Phenomenon or Shit Happens DVD. Or they're I don't know where I saw them, probably Yatibs or anything.
Saw what?
What?
Saw what?
The video, the music. I don't remember these. I remember the lion or the first video we watched for Bored Stiff.
Oh, gotcha.
Or not Bored Stiff, but the other one. I can't remember the name.
You remember the fill in it?
I think it was that one the
You know what? I don't know and I don't care.
boom boom.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ding. There's a little snake for you, but I think I was
Thanks,
like
buddy.
watching it, and I was like thinking, oh, this is gonna be the same, oh, you're Hollywood guys, but you're not. And I saw the goofiness, and I was like, this is because I saw Shit Happens before I saw any of the produced music videos. So seeing them performing live on tour, shenanigans, partying, all this other stuff, you're like, oh, I love those guys. Those guys rule. So like the music video, when I see them in the first music video, I'm like, I don't bless you. But I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I like the song, but I'm also like they're I don't know, they're performing like this is not fun. Like don't have them
I will say you're a big shenanigans guy. And while I'm not anti shenanigans, I'm a big grip it and rip it. And I gotta say, Kill the Music was a whole grip it and rip it vibe.
Thanks for saying the name. Kill the Music was the
dude where he was doing the thing with the guitar where he was like wow 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 wow.
Wait a minute.
Wow 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 wow. You saw the part where he had the guitar up and he kept bro, you know what this finger does. You know what this finger does.
You do mouth instruments too?
Bro, you may be Scat Pat with the fills.
Yep.
I'm Rowdy Andy with the riffs.
Oh, give it again. Give me some more, daddy.
Dude, when he was doing the pull-offs,
yeah.
I think they were pull-offs.
And a well, I can't do
it. You play the drums, buddy. You play the drums, champ. Hey. Oh, I didn't pick up. I didn't take your sticks. Don't take my guitar.
Let me count you in. Cut.
Wow, 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 wow.
We may have to cut this out, dude, because that's going on. We're fucking recording this.
We're the band.
We're
Dude.
gonna keep this recorded, but we're gonna cut this album. And we still heard it.
Was that so loud?
Still heard it.
Sorry. I'm trying
No,
not
no,
to.
please don't.
These fucking Michelob Ultras aren't agreeing with them.
Why?
I don't know.
You should have gone. You should have gone Michelob premiums.
No, I should have stayed tried and true with my Miller Lights. Why
Yep.
did I-
See this? See what happens?
Nah, dude. If I can go on a quick beer rant,
Uh-oh.
I don't know, dude. I've gotten so adjusted to fucking light beers,
Yeah.
dude. Because I'm telling you, like over the weekend, it was my birthday, so there was a lot of cheeseburgers and beers. It's Andy's birthday. We're having cheeseburgers and beers. I didn't even really need to bring it up. You just knew. But I was like, let me treat myself. But Pat, I didn't end up treating myself because I got a bunch of fancy beers. And dude, we can do some fancy beers, but my palate needs a good base layer of light beers in there, dude. I wasn't ready for all fancy beers all weekend.
Yeah, I was just talking about this with Hot Ones, the show.
The show, you called up the show. You're like, Evan, please put the show on.
I was like, I don't give a fuck if Paul Giamatti is there or not. I need to talk to you real quick. Am I right about this? If you start with
they're on the phone, just like they're on the phone, like he wants to talk to the show. Who the fuck do we give the phone to?
I said, Sean, Sean's not here.
He said, I want to talk to Mr. Hot Ones.
Yeah. You start
and I said, do you mean Sean? And he said, no, not that fuck. I want Mr. Hot Ones.
Yeah. What is he hosting? I want to talk to him.
Who the fuck is Mr. Hot One? Does he want to talk to the sign? Does he want to talk to the sign?
The chicken on the sign? No, there's a you got to start with the softest wing. You got to go with the least spicy and go to the hottest, because if you start with the hottest, you're not going to make it. You can't even make it to the next hot. You know what I'm saying? So with the IPA or something like that, you can have an IPA, but you got to get a base layer. You gotta coat that palate in a little bit of light beer. You know
Pat, I gotta tell you, you've never been more right in your fucking life.
I don't know if there's a rhyme for it. You know, you have like liquor before beer, beer before liquor. You got to have a fucking light beer before IPAs. Or
I think the rhyme goes
very upset.
Yeah, I think the rhyme goes, you're in your 30s, drink mainly light beers.
Yeah, hydrate.
Go to bed on time.
Yeah. It's just your mom. It's just your mom thinking.
Your mom going, I told you.
Yeah.
Told you can't live forever.
My mom always told me, drink light beer before IPAs. And I was just like, fuck you, bitch. Do your heroin and shut up.
All right, wait. Whose mom we talking to?
Sorry.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Drink light beer before IPAs. You're in your 30s. The soul is gay.
See, I knew you would come up with a rhyme. As soon as I mentioned there wasn't a rhyme, I knew you were
good at rhyming. I'm good at rhyming.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm good at rhyming.
Yeah, give me a guitar man and then a fucking fat beat, and then I'll fucking
Yeah. All right. Let's listen to Chomping at the bit.
Champing?
Champing?
What the
It's
fuck?
chomping, right?
No, hold on. It's champing. I'm looking at it. Champing. So what is champing at? Hold on. I'll look at. Never mind.
No.
I'm not.
Let's figure this the fuck out.
What is champing? What the fuck is like winning? Winning at a bit? Oh,
Wait.
like when you get a laugh.
All right. Here we go. Champ.
Me. Is
Another term for chomp.
what?
What? Why won't you just say chomp? Is
Say
it
chomp.
chomping? Wait.
I knew it was champing at the bit, Andy, but I didn't know what champing was.
Is
So
it chomping or champing at the bit? The bottom
It's-
line. The original and proper use of the term is champing at the bit, and it is also surprisingly more widely used, even though chomping at the bit seems more familiar to the majority of our readers. I hate sentences like that. It's actually more widely used, even though you don't think that, or anyone thinks that.
we both said it, but I don't think like it didn't register. Like you can't say that it's like more widely used if somebody just goes, "Oh, champing at the bit," and you're like, "Oh, he just said chomping weird." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
Like,
can't-
that's
you
how I
can't-
would register. I wouldn't go like, "Oh, he said champing," and like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm reading it, I'm gonna go, "What the fuck is that?" But if
Yeah,
you
that
said
makes-
it, I'm not gonna go like, "Whoa, what did you just say?" Yeah.
You say chomping? You say
What did you say?
stop
You said
saying chomping. We say champing around these parts.
You're talking about sleeping outside or chomping on like sandwiches? What are you talking about?
You talking about adding an H to sleeping outside?
You sleeping outside with an H? Hey man,
You
I
going-
like champagne too. Okay, I like to champ. It's
Oh, you gonna sleep outside with that H?
Are you saying it with a very cultural, insensitive accent? Like I'm champing outside. You know, I like.
Oh, I have to go champing.
Hey, I'm champing at that.
Hey, I said, get the s'mores. We gotta go champing.
And there we go. We got that in there. and-
Hey, hey. But yeah, it is it like, but dude, why do people do that? It's
I hate
such an infuriating way to relay info where you go, while it is widely used, no, you made the best point. You're like, you can't say it's widely used when every single person goes, what?
What?
I've never heard champing.
Yeah. When you said that, I was like, no. And I was like, no, it says champing. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is champing?
Yeah. It's like when people go, you know, cricket's actually the most popular sport in the world, and go, I will choke you out.
Fuck off. Just because two extremely overpopulated continents love it doesn't mean it's the most popular.
What's most popular in the country that bombs you guys? It's football. Shut the fuck up.
And not American football. Okay.
Soccer?
Football.
Actually, apparently,
what?
I saw a clip from the Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast.
It's called Fatball.
Apparently, it was originally called soccer.
Oh, yeah. What? Football?
Football. You know, fucking sissy football over in England.
Their football? It was always called soccer?
You got to look up the Always Sunny clip, dude. I can't do all the work for you.
All right, I will. All right.
Just being annoying. Me. I'm just being the most annoying. I'm gonna give never, dude. You never. Anyway, let's champ at this bit.
Chomping some bits.
Someone's yelling fire! Someone's yelling
we go. Again, champing at the bit. God, I really wish this album was this.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just gonna say, yeah.
this is my favorite version of this era of every time because it had because I don't mind them trying to be a little poppier and shit like that. They're good at it. You know what I mean? But also at the same time, like, you know, you got Jordan and Andy in the band, two of the best riff writers ever. Let them write a fucking riff.
Yeah.
And this had everything. This is like so far my favorite song on this album, and I fucking forgot it was.
Dude, that's literally what I wrote, word for word. This is.
I know.
this
I have
every-
cameras in your house.
Oh, son of a fuck.
Son of a fuck,
Oh, so you saw all that stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw how you. Yeah, I saw that fun way you drive your butt cheeks.
Yeah, you like that. No, I wrote this may be my favorite song so far. I think this is
You wrote the whole sentence out.
literally. I wanted to remember. Like, I also wrote so far. I was like, this is so funny, and I also put in parentheses. This listen.
You're writing like
later on, and people read this later on once I die.
you're literally writing out. This may be my favorite song. This may be my favorite song so far. Pat, you really haven't been listening. You might want to go back to actually listening to the album. Pat, look up.
Where are you, Pat? Wake up. No, I
writing all of that.
this was this like the mix sounds good, like the fucking so crazy too. Like, it's also how much I've realized the mix being different on the music video and the album, like for the ones that have had music videos.
Yeah.
And even that second video, I feel like that was way better. I feel like that was more of a, like, that was a better representation. I feel like it's weird that it's getting better as the album's going.
Well, perfect example. These videos were uploaded 9 years ago. And like we said before, the other ones were uploaded like 13 years or 17 years ago.
Yep.
And this one actually has like an HD version of the video.
Yeah, but the mix overall still isn't completely these gentlemen, in my opinion.
What?
I love you.
No, what'd you say?
And I said the mix in general, it's better, but it's still not what I think they are. Like, I feel like a good representation. This is the best representation on the album, 100%.
Yeah,
but
fair
also,
enough.
like you said, years later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also like I was real big on this song structure because like the parts that kind of came off as the catchy chorus, they really made you wait for it.
Yeah.
And when it came around the second time, it was that feeling of like, oh yeah, I almost forgot that was there. It's like they had two verses in a row
Yeah.
before they actually gave you the last chorus. But yeah, man, this was a great song. No notes.
Yeah, but yeah, very easily could have been the single for the album, but like, it's not, like you said, it's not as it's more metalcore. Reminded me a lot of, and I don't mean this to take away from either band. It reminded me a lot of Norma Jean. Like,
Really?
Of like early Norma Jean, the Norma Jean, Oh God, the Aftermath, not early, but like mid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that first
Oh.
album is way grittier than this.
No, but that when they started, like, to my favorite Norma Jean, we're going off on a little tangent. I apologize, but my favorite Norma Jean era and like, I don't know, album even maybe is Oh God, the Aftermath, Norma Jean. It is just so fucking thick and just heavy, and it's just like me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I got you in my fucking side control, I'm gonna fucking crush you, and I'm gonna make you make noises you've never made before, baby.
And then you will say, "Oh God, the Aftermath."
Right.
I have so much of Pat on me.
But it's so, like you said, the second album is really gritty too, but it's just so, like, the tone of it is just so, it reminded me so much of this, like that, just like,
I'm gonna add that to my Spotify.
it's so good, dude. It's so fucking good.
And thick.
Yeah, so, I know that sounds weird. You're gonna understand it when you listen to it. Trust me. It's that, but it reminded me very much of them, and not saying like they're stealing or they're stealing. It's just in that genre. It's the genre, metalcore. It's very much metalcore, and it's like,
Yeah.
peak metalcore, dude. Peak metalcore.
All right.
That
All
one-
right.
That one
Grab a drink of water. We're gonna go to the next song.
have it.
Gloom and How It Gets That Way.
Okay.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay.
For the car, all my Friday the kids. For the car, all my Friday the kids. What did you promise us about grinning in the rear view without your fake teeth in? Keep your glass eye glued on the end of the hallway up ahead of us. The collision is always licking its lips. You aren't supposed to open the door. Just keep the blame projecting on course. Well, I did till the terrified first class convince themselves to open on the bow. The wounded architecture for giving themselves the mind and father's gifts to sing about. Love, love, prosthetic love wars. The multi-mechanism of all mass disintegrated. You're counting on his feet to someone else. Ship out the side of me. You're counting on his feet to someone else. Ship out the side of me. Do what your mother tells you. Do what your mother tells you. Do what your mother tells you. Down the sheriff's horse. Do what your mother tells you. Do what your mother tells you. Do what your mother tells you. Down the sheriff's horse. The choir on the black rock. Rejoice bloodily, singing hallelujah, the king is dead. The choir on the black rock. Rejoice bloodily, singing hallelujah, the king is dead. The king is dead.
There we go. Gloom and How It Gets That Way. A quick song, only clocks in at a minute 57. I don't know if this is going to make sense, but this is a very this is not a typical Every Time I Die song. This is probably the only Every Time I Die song where if they made a music video and it was like on a vert ramp and there were like motocross bikes doing jumps in the back,
Yeah.
this is the only song where it would unironically make sense. Like
Yeah.
if they were doing it now, it'd be funny, but it'd be ironic. This one like feels like it would intro the X Games.
Dude, this song, you're right. It doesn't sound so much like any of their other songs. Like it doesn't sound like a typical Every Time I Die song, but like it's very much this album's song. Like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't sound like anything they've ever done.
Yeah.
And it's so
You're not getting this song on any other album.
and I think because of that, I forget about it, but every time it pops up, it gets me fucking hyped.
It's a
And
good fucking song.
I got really sad, Andy, because I realized I don't think I've ever heard them play this song live.
I bet you they've never played it live.
I've seen them a bunch of times, and this fucking song rips. And I don't think I've ever seen them play this live. And if I have, I don't remember it because I definitely would have lost my shit because it just comes out of nowhere. It's the perfect. And honestly, I think it would fit in their repertoire. I would love to hear a lot of songs like this from them. I feel like they kind of went into a longer build as they went on. It's not like they didn't have like songs that didn't just start with a punch.
Oh, they did play it live.
When?
Uh,
Tell me all the dates.
I got one video, Syracuse, New York, 2015, and then one time in Poughkeepsie in 2015.
Can we just watch the first one real quick? I just want to see if it translates. You think 2015 quality is going to hold up?
Yeah,
sounds good. So funny. I don't know if they'll ever. Oh, it's right here, Pat.
Well, I was going to say, wasn't there?
No. I'm not even shitting on you because I was on board with you. I was like, there's no way they play. I literally said it. I go, they've definitely never played this live.
Right.
It's so funny. Just Googled it within seconds. Oh, they did play it live.
You padded this. You did this because I was saying I've never seen it live, and you're like, yeah, definitely, they've never played it live.
I was like,
You did-
1000% they never played this live.
I bet the house on it.
I did do that. Hell yeah. A little
know what?
fast, but it's fucking rips.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the rush, guys? Come on, you getting
You
paid
know
by the
what's
hour.
funny? You know what was funny? I saw that when the one time I ever got to see him, I saw him at Warped Tour, and they were playing the songs a little slow, and it was not enjoyable.
But I feel, that's a little too fast, though. I feel like they got to Goldilocks it.
That's
need to
too
eventually-
fast.
Yeah, it was
That's
too much.
definitely too fast.
At least with that song, you need to. That one needs to breathe a little bit. Like you can play some of the other ones fast, like in Polorama, other things. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but like that one, like you got to let it breathe a little bit.
you gotta let it breathe. Yeah, I agree.
Like it's just like, what are you doing, man? Slow down.
Let's see if this other one they let it breathe.
Yeah.
This is our YouTube channel. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, guys, it's the same.
That's too loud.
Oh wait, that sounds better though.
You got 1 second of it.
Hey, Andy, that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a little bit slower, but not as good.
I wonder if did they do 10-year anniversary shows?
I don't know. No, I don't like the album, like playing them all the way through.
Yeah.
I don't know, but actually, I just from looking at that backdrop of that just now, I definitely saw them on the tour. So they probably saw them play that live.
You're such a fucking retard.
I'm such a fucking idiot. I
You're a
definitely
fucking
see them
idiot,
play live.
dude. You probably saw them play it every single show.
Hey, hold on a second. You were the one that was saying like, whoa. Yeah, they've definitely never even played that after they recorded this. They stopped playing it. They forgot about the song.
Yeah, but I made an educated guess. You experienced it.
Yeah, I did. I think I even have it recorded.
You talked to Keith out front before the show. It'd really mean a lot to me if you played Gloom and Doom tonight.
Before the song, he's like, hey, this one goes out to Pat. We appreciate you. This one's for you, man.
He goes, we weren't going to do this, but our good friend Pat suggested it.
We haven't done this since 2006, but you know what? We're bringing it out of retirement.
He said, guys, if you do this for me, it'll be a core memory and I'll never forget it. And we said,
Don't worry, this won't be wasted on me. I'll tell you what.
if I ever do a podcast about this, it'll be the first bit of info I bring up.
I will dedicate a podcast series to you.
What a fucking rube you are.
Wow, what a dumbass. That's like black belt level retard right there. That was fucking terrible.
That's why you're the fucking man, dude.
Holy smokes. I
God damn it.
definitely saw that tour.
God damn it, dude. If you ever rein this in and figure this out, I will leave you in a heartbeat. This is why I'm here.
Yeah, do not fix this problem.
Do not fix this. I will end you.
It's functional. You are functional.
You are functional, and I functionally love you.
I need this version of you. Do not medicate. Just self-medicate.
Oh, hell yeah. All right,
Number-
let's keep it moving. Number
Champion
9,
of the
guitared and feathered. What?
Champing at the guitar.
This is a call for celebration in the valley and the swarm. The situation demands that we raise our glasses in honor of the spokesman we fixated to the floor. Give us your headlines, hymns, and your sense verse. You're not binding with the heaven anymore. While legs are spread wide open, the weary hands are splitting at the seams, and we all know you're proficient in the idioms of grief. We are capable of the kind of love about which only the petrified can speak. Conceal the microphone. Let him sing the tribe of the frog to all his loyal Seiko fanatics. We are catered to the fire. Once it was corrupts and never shame. When I can say it better than you felt it. I can be it bigger than you needed it. I haven't lived a day of my life apart from the one that everyone's read about. And I'll spark the evolution. And I'll spark the evolution. I was specially bred for the cover page in your magazines. And I've been fattened up for the guillotine. Fattened up for the guillotine. Sweet talker. Goddamn right, I'm a blessed lamb, and I can show you how to have a good time. But I know why you came here. But neither of us will get what you want out of me. This room has one too many laureates walking in my peace. Well, every candidate of this life with a cliche and the path of glory leads to nowhere but the grave. I'm spoiled rotten. Every thought I've authored is curdled. Not everything is poetry, but I can't convince you of that. I've been drawn and cornered. I've been twice picked over. Not in sickening. With no comeback, a time to celebrate. Fuck yeah, we're gonna party tonight. Fuck yeah! We're gonna party tonight! I am capable of the kind of love about which only the intoxicated where the California bound can weep.
There we go. Guitared and feathered. Pat, what do you think?
I gotta tell you, it's not lighting my cock on fire or anything like that, but it's a song. It's a good song, and I despise the what? I don't like that, but
No.
I'll take a what? Over an interlude any day. Andy, do you know we're at track 9 and we ain't got no interludes?
Yeah, then that's what I was saying last time. They fucking 2 albums in, they wised up. Don't you dare do that at me. No, dude.
Oh!
I gotta be honest. I'm one to hate a what but
I don't like a what
what?
I do not like a what. I don't even like Keith's what and that's saying something. I
That's
love
what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not one to enjoy a what but there's something I don't know. Maybe I'm giving them benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'm interpreting it in like a very tongue-in-cheek way, self-aware tongue-in-cheek way. I don't know, but I don't
Yeah,
hate it. I
smart,
gotta be
dude.
honest, I don't hate it. Cause I think it's because they never give us a what so when it just pops up randomly, you're kind of like, you rascals.
Yeah, but it's not tongue in cheek. It's douche and bag. I don't like it. It's a what and I don't like those. So
So do not do that.
I just like it's one of those things that like why it's like why you do that?
Why you do it?
Why you do that?
I listen to your music for the riffs. Do you do it? What?
Literally, I just
How about this? How about what? No. Thank you very much.
No, what It's not good.
Woo!
I like
bits.
But I like I said,
I get a lot of voices from us. We're doing good today.
was that you were doing a Tony Soprano, right?
I started. I can't. No,
Oh, you kind of
we got to be in the bit. I started.
It was my bad. That was my bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's hard for me to get into them, but once the vibe's going, I'm in there, baby. No, it started Sebastian Maniscalco, then went General Italian.
Okay, good. I was doing the same thing, but I kind of lost it. But then you kind of went on this thing, and I liked it. But
It was great. We did good.
No interlude. Let's celebrate this. Can we just celebrate Every Time I Die? We're so fucking proud of you. 3 albums in. Sorry, this is the third. 2 down.
Dude, you're right, dude. We should celebrate. I'm so full of joy. Sorry, that's how I celebrate.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with the what? You
So
got so many good riffs, but you what?
It ruins the song. And honestly, if it like the crowd probably dude, it's the fact that I know again, I'm the minority and I don't necessarily when everybody else is loving it in the crowd and they're all reaching for the mic because Keith's gonna say, hey, you guys do some what-ohs with me. Come on, everybody. What? And like the fucking band drops out and like they probably do the clap and fuck off with your clap. And you're fucking There's a reason there's no what-ohs featured on any other song from Every Time I Die.
No, you're right, Pat. It does sound like a good time. Let's
blow. What up, blow? You didn't get my pun. I want my pun in there.
I'm sorry, buddy.
There's no what-ohs because
sorry, Pat. You did your thing. You do. You pause, and I think there's an opening for me, and you go, there was a little more, and then I step on your joke. You pause too long.
What-ohs, what up, blow. Pat, you were right. That was worth it.
No. That's the thing. You pause too long, and I step on your bits.
This one's called Lostronaut. Lostronaut. Monstronaut? What is it?
This is confounding. The tightrope walkers. Just so we're clear, you're saying we're all lost. Maybe I'm wrong, but weren't we just dancing? All the way that we moved, out of river runner, curious, sniffing at the trash in our shoes, sharpening knives on the grindstone watch gears. I don't miss that much. About anything you said. After all, we've never met. I'm getting red. I'm getting red. I'm getting Stick my tongue down the throat of the moon.
There we go. Pat, what was the name of that again?
L'Osserando. L'Osserando.
Yo, I gotta be honest.
What is it really?
I think you said L'Astronaut.
Oh, is that really okay? So it's like that's how I'm pronouncing it, but
Well,
I
it's
was-
astronaut, but like la astronaut.
L'Astronaut. Yeah,
I think it's like la astronaut.
L'Astronaut.
Astronaut.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
oh, he's back. This guy.
no, my so what I'm realizing with this album, it's a good like driving album, or it's a good like on while you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
But where we're sitting here intensely analyzing it, I'm like, it's just fine, man. Like, no, don't get me wrong. There's lots of great songs. Like, I'm just saying, deeper into the album now, it's like, yeah, it's just kind of a new version of that last one. It's fine. It's not bad. This is a good, as a whole, like, if you're going on a drive.
Yeah. Yes. And this is a great album, start to finish song. Or this is a great album, start to finish. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not like just track by track. It is, but also I feel like the tracks that aren't completely there, the ones that were like, yeah, they're good. It's a good song. This is a good song. It's not a bad song. Whatever. There's parts in those songs that are designed to catch your attention. So like
Yeah.
if I'm cleaning or something like that, but then the part where it hits like so in
Like,
this
what?
Right.
You're like,
You go,
that
"Oh,
has my.
yep." Okay, I'll just go ahead and skip this one then.
All
Thanks.
right, I'm gonna clean a little groovier now. What?
Oh,
Woo, woo, I got a little under the couch. What?
Hate it. The
It's tongue in cheek.
No,
It's
it's not.
endearing.
it's bad.
I'll
There's-
put your tongue on my cheek.
Stop
This one, not that one.
it.
This one.
Never mind. I take it back.
It's romantic.
I think there's like I was saying earlier, there's way too much effects in this one. I kind of got lost. Like you said, if I'm sitting here listening to it, the part in the middle where I know it's kind of meant to do that, but it affects the music to me. Like literally the mix in the music when the vocals have so much effects on them that it just takes me out of it. It just kind of goes
Yeah.
and maybe that is it's a choice, but I don't like it. And and until the
That's fair.
end where when he's doing the get it right, that part so tastefully perfectly done,
Yeah.
and then complete crisp beautiful scream, yell, whatever you want to call it at the end, like just completely bare acapella, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
They stuck the landing on the song. It is kind of like, it's a good song until the end, and it's just, yeah, they fucking like that's a fucking 10. That's a fucking 10 landing for sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
All right.
this is a precursor to the next album. This one right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is a precursor of me taking a piss. So let's hop into this
Wait,
next.
can I go piss too? Wait.
No. Let's just do this so we can go piss.
Oh, can I go piss? So
no.
as soon as we listen to this, then we can go piss.
We
But
can listen to this. I
after.
can make another what joke, and then we can get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but not until we listen to it. Like if you hit play, I
Okay.
can't just go piss and then come back and tell you what I think of it. What if I just listen to it on my phone in the bathroom?
No, if I stay here, if I can't piss, you can't piss.
So what you're saying is the sooner you play this song,
I feel like you're gonna leave the second I hit play.
No.
You're gonna leave the second I hit play. Don't do that to me.
you're looking into the wrong bit. I'm just making it worse for both of us.
God, it'll be so funny, but I'll be so mad at you. It will be
I'm
so
not
funny.
going anywhere, Andy. Just fucking play the song, man.
Don't fucking leave. Don't fucking leave.
I'm right here, Andy. Right, Andy.
The great American mischief is muted in our hearts, and the rhythms are met with the inharmonious chords of electric guitars. It's all but too much, so nobody out there believes they have seen or breathed. Everybody get fed up. My baby petty and I cuss. I got something I need to confess. The dead man talking along with so much more than simply the obvious. Cut us off. We're suffering. Is there a glide in the flame from the foot of a bed? Well, I've been begging you for less mercy than this. But the only thing you need to know is that you never wanted to know. Take it off, take it back, or take cover, cover nearing a nerve that is wasted. I'll be patient, so make haste to die for the weak. Now the hornets inhabit the hearts. We've abandoned the other god. Cast aside our clothes like funeral roses and dance straight through the sun. I was right all along. I'm dead in the water. Don't come for me. I was once alive in the deserts. I saw the day it went to sea. I drew a chalk outline of the city. I hushed the sounds in your. But we both know that it's killer. Baby, he will outrun us. There's so much shame in how little we've gained for so long. Now the sky is falling and you're just repeating everything I say. You're not listening close enough. It's a catastrophe. You have not been concentrating. My attention, there will be an exam. Come bring us back to the ruin. Drifting out of our hands. Saved off the sky. Above your city. Dusted footprints on the chill wall. But we all know that it's killer. Baby, I will outrun over.
Scary.
There we go. That is Pretty Dirty by Every Time I Die. And this is the
Pretty
last
dirty for some
song.
white guys.
Off Gutter Phenomenon. So we can both agree claps ruled. Anyway, now let's break down. Did you hate? I have no hard opinion on the claps. It is like, all jokes aside, this stuff is all like, all right, we get it. We get why you threw that in there. But after multiple listens, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't care. I will say this. I forgot about this song, and this is like the best. It's like, how do I say this? It's crazy that riff doesn't feel overplayed. They play the same riff for most of the fucking song.
Yeah.
And it just like, they extrapolate on it, shift like things up about it.
I like when it just gets stripped down and it just like they're teaching you the tempo with the chugs. And
Yeah.
he just goes like jam 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 bam 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 bam, and then like
You know
everybody
what-
joins in, like, and you're like, okay, everybody, this is how we headbang. Ready? This is what we're, you know what I mean? Like instead of it's not too dramatic. It's like right in the middle of the song. Stop, a little solo, but it's just him chugging, and then everybody join in now.
We know what's funny about the riff is when it first initially comes in, it feels kind of like weird and like it feels like it's like hard to catch the groove on it. But then once it keeps going, you start realizing the chugs the whole time are literally just bump, bump,
Yeah.
bump, 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 bump. It's just going like that. And then they throw a little bit, they throw a little like, meow, meow.
Yeah. Like
Fucking Gary from SpongeBob.
but it's almost like how you were talking about with the drum parts earlier, where you're like, it's just kind of naturally you put a little flair in there, so it would be like a
Yeah.
like it just kind of it just comes naturally. Where like if you're fucking around with it enough, like you're gonna jazz it up a bit. So I think it's cool the fact that you're right. It's such a weird. It's weird. It comes off as weird. If they all just jumped in as that, it would be really strange. But like the fact that they kind of I love layers to songs. Like again, I was talking about the 4-track earlier, like the fact that you can just take this part, and just kind of like, all right, now take out the drums. Now it's just guitar and bass. That sounds pretty cool. Now it's bass and guitar. And also the classic guitar and drums mix of Every Time I Die. Like when they're just when there's just a fucking solid riff and just like he's just wailing on the drums.
Yeah.
It's there's something about that dude that the White Stripes will never be able to do.
Just white stripes catching a stray.
Right at the end, right at the 209 mark, right before 210. I want to throw it in there. Fuck.
Listen to 2 podcasts ago. All right, man. We fucking did it. This was a pretty good album.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna listen to it and I was gonna go, yeah, this isn't as good as I remember, but it's still pretty damn good. You know, it's got a few dips here and there, but all in all, it's a strong fucking album. You know,
I would say
for it being the band's quote unquote mainstream album, this is like the most admirable your mainstream album a band could have.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It's like, as far as it being, we talk about it all the time on the main show about like Grammy winners and stuff, like this, you know, it potentially could have won a Grammy or whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this would have won a Grammy. I wouldn't be pissed off at it. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, rules.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that's it, I think we're 2 men that need to go take a piss. So thank you everyone for hanging out with us. This has been great. We will see you next week with the Big Dirty.
Yep, that's right, baby.
The Big Dirty. All right. We love you all. Have a good one. Be about it. Peace.